Hi, my name is Elizabeth, and today I will be talking to you about ways we can limit the use of physical and chemical restraints for our agitated patients dealing with mental health exacerbation. A 2020 journal article by Wang and colleagues discusses their interview findings regarding multiple patients who were restrained while in the emergency room. The overall consensus from the interviews was that patients would prefer compassion and therapeutic communication over being restrained against their will. The use of restraints can cause post-traumatic stress disorder, injuries to the patient, a delay in recovery time, and even death, as explained in a 2017 journal article by Price and colleagues. A 2020 journal article by Parker and colleagues recommends using a team of professionals that are skilled in de-escalation tactics and working with mental health. Restraints can be traumatizing to the victim, and other methods need to be explored before resorting to these dehumanizing methods of control. My plan is to create an emergency behavioral response team that can be called to any situation involving a patient who is increasingly agitated to prevent violence against our staff and resorting to chemical and physical restraints of the patient. The team will include the house supervisor, the behavioral health charge nurse, the on-duty security guard, and the psychiatric provider or mid-level available. After an event occurs, there must be a follow-up and review of the events by the unit manager and social work. The pharmacist will also be notified to review the patient's medication list and to identify any pharmacologic causes of the event. Our staff members need to have a team of seasoned professionals who are trained to effectively deal with agitated and aggressive patients through de-escalation tactics. We will limit the use of physical and chemical restraints for our patients and also prevent any complications with their care. The 2020 journal article by Parker and colleagues found that emergency behavioral response teams are eventually called less often due to staff learning and becoming more comfortable with de-escalation techniques over time. We will need to meet with the new members of the emergency behavioral response team and conduct training sessions for them. A 2017 journal article by Pitts and colleagues identified violence prevention and management training with the ability to role-play as the best method for training staff members on violence prevention and de-escalation techniques. Additionally, we will need to inform all staff about the new procedure changes, show them how to and when to call the team, and teach them about the warning signs that may escalate to violent behavior. We can do this at the next unit meetings and update staff quarterly during their skills fairs. A 2018 journal article by the Joint Commission recommends running practice drills for staff to practice de-escalation tactics and emergency response codes. We can run monthly drills and reiterate signs of potentially violent behaviors that would warrant alerting the emergency behavioral response teams. We can monitor the effectiveness of our emergency behavioral response team by tracking each call and the outcome of the team's response. We can also track other reports of aggravated and violent patient situations when the emergency behavioral response team was not called and the outcomes of those situations. Our Safety Council can review the data quarterly and make adjustments to the plan as we see necessary. The lasting effects of implementing an emergency behavioral response team will be monumental for our organization. I would appreciate any thoughts and concerns you may have regarding this plan, so please let me know what you think. Thank you.